In this video, we're going to take a look at inscribed angles again. So I did do a video on central and inscribed angles and the relationship between them. So if you need to kind of take a step back and watch that one, because we're going to use those same properties in this video. So in the circle below, EG is a diameter. So we can see that it's going across. Now I can't see the center, so they kind of did need to tell me that it was a diameter, because it could just look like a diameter. I don't necessarily see the center, so I can't promise that one. So suppose that the measure of arc EF is 68 degrees and the measure of angle EFH is 21 degrees. Find the following. So now I can see here's my diameter. I went ahead and marked that. And then they gave me this arc here, EF, which was 68 degrees. And then they gave me the angle, which I'm marking here, EFH, is 21 degrees. So here's all the given information. Now let's focus on what information we actually need to solve each part, because you're not going to need all the information all the time. So I want to find the measure of angle FEG. So I want FEG. So I want this angle here. Now remember the 21, that's for this green that I've got marked. So this one's not 21. I'm looking for a different angle here because that's a completely different angle. So let me show you what it looks like. So the information we're going to use, you can see I've unhighlighted that green angle because we don't actually need that for this part of the problem. Okay, so too much given information on the diagram can be a little overwhelming. So sometimes it's nice to have more than one copy of it, or maybe, be able to erase a little bit there until you're ready to use it. So this is the angle that we're actually looking for, FEG. So I did have that red highlighted because that's a diameter. That's going to help us in this problem, and so is this arc. So I need to know, if I want to know this angle, the only properties I have right now to help me do that is the inscribed angle property. So if I know what this arc is here that's created by the pink, the endpoint to the endpoint, so if I know what this arc is, I can divide by 2 and that'll tell me what the angle is, the inscribed angle that created it. So I need to know this arc. Well, I don't know this one. I know the other one next to it. I also know that this is a semicircle. So we did learn previously that semicircles are 180 degrees. Okay, so if I find out what the missing piece of my semicircle is here, which is the pink, the kind of dark pink there we can see, that will tell me what my arc degree is. Okay, so since EG is that diameter and FEG has the endpoints on F and G, we can use that semicircle. Okay, so we're going to take the 180 degrees for the semicircle, and we're going to subtract that 68 that we already know is part of that blue part that we don't want. So if I subtract, I get 112 degrees. So that means that this arc here, this kind of dark pink arc here, the GF arc, is 112 degrees. Well, now I can take that 112, and I can just divide by 2, and that'll bring me back to the angle that created, the inscribed angle that created it. So that's 56 degrees. Okay, so the next piece they ask us to find is GFH. You can see that here highlighted in pink, GFH. I'm going to need to use that green angle. You can kind of see it's right next to it, so we're going to end up using that piece that we ignored for the first part. We're also going to use the semicircle idea again. So I don't know necessarily what the arc is or what the angle is. So again, I need to know what this arc is here, this GH arc, in order to go back and find this angle. So I'm going to need to find this arc. Well, I don't know what this one is. I also don't know what this one is right this moment, but I can find it because this arc is created by this 21 degree angle. So I can go back and I can fill it in. Once I have the two pieces filled in, then I can use the semicircle again, that 180 degrees. Okay, so I have to do this a couple of times on this one. So it is part of the semicircle, which is 180 degrees again. So now I'm going to find that arc HE, which I'm going to take the angle and I'm going to multiply by 2 this time because I'm going out to the arc. So 21 times 2 gets us 42. So this piece of the arc is 42 degrees. So I'm going to take that 42 degrees just like I did in part A, and I'm going to subtract it from 180 because that'll tell me what this arc is here. This kind of longer one, the one that I need. So I get 138 degrees. So that's what I need, right? So now I can take the 138 degrees and I can divide that in half because I'm going to the angle. Remember, if I'm going from arc to angle, it's dividing in half. if I'm going from angle to arc, I'm multiplying by 2. So it's just kind of a back and forth there. So if I divide in half, I get 69 degrees. So angle GFH has to be 69 degrees. All right, so that's using inscribed angles. I hope that helped, and I will see you on the next video.